Then they talk too much. People they talk plenty. Say Africans are unable to make money here in the UAE. Like seriously, I think it is about time we also educate ourselves on how to make big amounts of money here in the UAE. And on scrolling or on surfing the internet or surfing the information superhighway, I kind of found out some kind of information here that I think would be of benefit to each and everybody out there. If you intend to travel to the UAE to make ends meet or to make some amount of money, some kwacha, then I think it's a very good idea you watch this video and then learn from it. I'm actually watching from K and Mom's Reality, and I think it is going to help you a lot. Without much ado about nothing, without talking too much here, I'll leave the platform for Martha. See, visit her platform, you will see lots of motivational videos that are going to motivate you to do more here in the UAE, and you would never give up as an African. Okay, this is one of the many testimonies on her platform, and I think you need it just as I needed it. You also need it, so let's just watch it together. Ibab.
I was actually a senior, but because of the economic crisis in my country, I was earning like $250.
Yeah.
So I say to myself, God, I'm selling everything that I have and I'm going. If I get there and get a job that's going to give me $250 more, I'm staying.
Yeah.
And I think I'm the person who got into Dubai with the last flights that came in when the total shutdown began in 2020.
Ooh, wow.
Imagine. So lucky enough, I always trust my God, and this is what I say every day. I pray every day when I wake up. I pray in the afternoon, like I just whisper a silent prayer. When I got here, I was staying in Sharjah in bed space, and I said, God, I need a job. You need to give me a job because I cannot come here to spend all the money that I came with from home. I need to get a job so that I know I'm certain to stay here. And I think within that time, the COVID rules were not that bad. We were still roaming around, I think around February 2020. I went to this walk-in in a lane for teachers. I actually got a job there as a clerk at Bloom's in a lane. And then they told me, you come back on this day to start your work. And I was like, oh, okay, finally, God, I got a job, right? And I came back to Sharjah and I was packing my bag so that I could move to a lane. And then the total shutdown was announced.
Wow.
And the school called me and they said, unfortunately, because of the total shutdown, we are also closing, and I don't think you should come anymore. But if the situation changes, you can come back and you can still find your job. I was like, God, what will I do now? Yes. So my life changed from being a senior accountant to being a housemaid. Yes. I went to, when you're it's your first time coming to Dubai and you're told you don't need to work for the locals. You should only work for like European families and American families. Those are the ones that pay better. I said to myself, God, all I need is security to stay in this country because back home I've sold everything that I have. I have no one. So the first job that I got was for a local woman. She was pregnant and she wanted a nanny. And I said, God, I've been a mother before. I'm gonna try and do it. I worked for that lady for 5 months, and she started telling me stories about how she cannot do a visa for me because maybe it's because of COVID, or maybe we don't know. They want us to put you through an agency for you to get a visa, blah, blah, blah. They took away my passport and I was always staying in fear. When people say, oh, they took your passport.
Yeah.
You're going to be in trouble. And then I say to myself, I joined these groups of what was it, Mary Poppins, and I would do mothers in Marina, mothers in Jumeirah, mothers in what, and then I say to them, if you cannot do a visa for me because I'm already overstaying, if you cannot do a visa for me, then I would rather go back home because for that 5 months I had saved the 2,800 dirhams that they were giving me.
Yeah.
So I said I would rather go back home than overstay because I don't want to go to jail. I had no clue what happens in Dubai if you overstay.
Yeah.
And then I found another couple that say we are Italians. If you want to come and work for us, we have 2 children. So I was working in Palm Jumeirah. I moved from Shoreline 14 to Shoreline 1. And this Italian couple had 2 kids. And when I joined them, that's when Emirates started also laying off their employees, right? And these 2
Yeah.
people were working for Emirates.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the frustration that people have, and you are here, you are trying to tell them that you promised me that you're going to give me a visa, right?
Yeah.
It's a non-starter. They're telling you work, we'll do a visa for you, just work. And then it happened that there was like an announcement that people who have overstayed are given up to December or August
Yes. Yes.
2020.
It was until December.
Yeah, because of COVID. And when flights start, then you can go back to your home country. I said that's not an option.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of 2021, I started searching for a job again,
Mm-hmm.
and I got it. And I got it, and I said, God, I hope this is a family that will be able to give me a visa. That's all I wanted, a visa
Yeah,
and
a
a
visa.
salary. I suffered because I then worked for a French couple and they had their own issues. But you know, us Africans, we will still suffer and stay and continue to work because
Obviously.
going back home, it's not an
It's
option.
not an option.
It's not an option.
No.
Then COVID ended, and I say to myself, maybe since companies are starting to hire, why don't I look for another job, right?
Yeah.
And then I started applying on this. There is a group on Facebook called That Dubai Girl, and another one is called Dubai Chicas. I got my first accounting job from That Dubai Girl. There was a lady.
Wow.
Yes, there was a lady who posted, if ever, you know, anyone who is looking for an accounting job. I took my chances. I created my CV because I was a live-in. I created my CV on my phone and I sent it to that lady. I said, I want a job and I'm ready to start. And they said to me, okay, when are you ready for an interview? And I said, is it possible for me to have an interview on a Friday? Because that was the only off day that I had. And she was like, okay, it's okay, you can come and we'll put you through an interview. Can't we do a Zoom interview? I said, it's not possible because I was living in somebody else's house.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, you can come to our office and we can do an interview with you. I had that interview and I went back to my live-in nanny job. And she called me the following morning. She said, are you able to leave where you are? Because we have some great news. We want you to come and start work on Monday. I could not believe it.
Wow. Can you imagine? God did it for you.
I kept my composure for the rest of the day, cleaning the house, mopping, ironing, doing ABCD. And when I got into my room, I closed the door and locked, and I started crying. And I said, God, you are faithful.
God is faithful.
After almost 1.5 years of solid torture, because mind you, I had never been a maid before. The kind of work, you know how neat these people are. They have like the white furniture, they have glass furniture. They don't want to see even prints, and their babies cry. Their babies are not treated as how we Africans treat our babies, right?
Yeah.
And I said, God, I really want to thank you, but how do I move away from this house? Because they had made a visa for me. I then created my own story. I said, I really need to go back home.
Wow.
I said, I really need to go back home. They said, why? I said, I cannot continue to work like this anymore. I started faking getting sick for that whole weekend. They were like, they were uptight, neat people, and they didn't like someone who's sick, right? If you start coughing, then they will complain. So they said, they talked to each other, and they said, she keeps on getting sick, and they didn't know that I was faking my sickness. She keeps on getting sick, and I would get sick and I would go to the clinic because I had an insurance, and I would go to the clinic and talk to the doctor and say they are treating me badly. I really need to move away from the house, blah, 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 blah. And lucky enough, I think sometimes when we make that prayer that you said you will bless what I touch.
Yeah, the work of our hands.
And yes, and you clear my path of all the thorns that are there in my life.
Yeah.
We will be saying something, we will be manifesting actually, and God listens. I would meet doctors that will write for me like sick leave days and whatever. And I would go back and they would say, but we really want you to work. And I would say, but I'm sick. The doctor gave me a sick leave, right? And finally, they got fed up with me. They cancelled their visa. And it was a ticket for me to go and start my accounting job.
Wow. Thank God.
Let me tell you, if I tell you the goodness of God that I've seen in Dubai, I cannot even explain it.
Yeah.
I went from earning, below 4,000 dirhams to earning above 18,000 dirhams.
What?
Yes. And I said, God, I've been a maid. I was working as a maid for a full year. What was happening? And I said, God, you always promised us that you have the plans that you have for us, right? Not of bad, but of prosperity. Is this the prosperity that you're trying to give me?
Yeah.
I said, how can I ever repay you? And when I was a living maid, I couldn't even go to church. That is like one of the things that make you depressed when you are.
Yeah. You cannot even go to
Yes,
place of
you cannot
worship.
even go to church.
Yeah.
The Friday that you get off is only a day for you to rest and maybe also go outside to get air. And you get depressed because all you do is only play a little bit on your own so that people don't hear you praying in their house, because we are of different
religions.
Yes. And I said to myself, oh God, you listen to my silent prayers.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And I'm really grateful that I always put my trust in God, and I hope there's someone out there that is listening to me that is at a point of no return, like you're depressed, you don't know what your life is. And I was talking to one of my friends. So when I got this accounting job, I worked for at that company for the rest of 2021 and half of 2022. And I said to my friend, you know what? I'm getting bored. She said, why? And I said, of course I got a job, but it's just paining me that I'm doing these entry level jobs. I don't know why. I was a senior before, and why am I doing junior roles? And she said, you know what? The person who gave you that job in the first place, go back to him and tell him that, God, I need
You
an
need something more.
Yes, I need an upgrade.
Yeah.
And I had so much, when it comes to looking for a job, I always get so much hope. I've taught myself how you can manifest good things in your life through fasting. Every time I get a problem and I want it to be cleared, I have my fasting.
Yeah, wow.
Yes. Every time I see that life is not working out for me, I go straight on my knees and I pray.
Wow.
A
God
lot of us,
bless you,
they
sis.
say, oh, we don't pray, we don't do A, B, C, D, we don't. But there is some higher power that is above us that you just need to talk to. Maybe not pray, but talk to, and everything of yours will work out right. So this is my living testimony and the glory of God that I've seen in Dubai. And I always want to urge people, there is that higher power that is bigger than all of us. And only takes you and you and you to believe in.
Wow.
And for you to just manifest whatever you want. I guess
Thank you so much, sis.
Yes.
Thank you so much. God bless you. We appreciate you for sharing. And I am 100% sure you have encouraged so many people. And I will make sure it doesn't end here. I will download this video, take this part of this testimony, and I'll still upload it, because we need testimonies like this, because there are so many educated Africans who are in the houses of other people doing nanny jobs, like you said. For those who have been here for a very long time, I shared my experience as well. I told them when it got to a time when I had to go for visa change and I had no money, I had to accept a nanny job as well. I went to Abu Dhabi. The salary was just 1,800. And I went through hell.
I know.
I went through hell. And God bless, when I received my salary, I said to myself, this is the end of it. Nanny job is not me. It's not me. I don't see myself there. I'll use this money, go for my visa change, get my space, as usual, my up bed. Yes, I took my up bed and made that. Oh God, this Dubai.
I know. There is nothing you can tell me about bed space.
But we praise God. We thank God for everything. Thank you so much for sharing. God bless you. May God keep increasing you, because you're willing to testify of His goodness and to encourage people through your own experience. And that is amazing. There are so many people who have been through a lot, but they don't want to share. I don't know why. But we appreciate you so much.
I just one point before I leave is I want to urge everyone who is educated, because mind you, in Dubai, Africans, it's not like all of us Africans are educated. Some of us just came here to have these nanny jobs, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to urge everyone is, as long as you're okay with what you came here for, you need to work on it. And secondly, if you are a graduate and you have a LinkedIn page, make sure that you polish up your LinkedIn page. Apply as much as you can.
Now, watching from this video, I think it is about time we all realize that it is not always about staying in one place or doing the same thing over and over again. That same thing you've been doing from day one that is not helping you. I think it's about time you switched from it. Okay, switch from your current job, switch from the kind of position you're holding now, upgrade. It's all about upgrading yourself from earning 3,000 dirhams here in the UAE to over 18,000 dirhams. Isn't that amazing? You can also do it. You can also make it here in the UAE as an African. I'll just urge you, go to her platform, go to Martha's platform. watch more videos, encourage yourself, motivate yourself, and trust me, you can also make it here as an African. I don't want to make this video lengthy. Let me just end here by saying go to her channel, subscribe to the channel, and also push her channel. Make her blow like Charlie. Keep supporting that channel because she's doing an amazing job there on the platform. My name is Kofi Techi. As usual, if you haven't subscribed yet, if this is your first time on this channel, do well to hit on that subscribe button and be a part of the family so that we can grow it together. Now, if you're a returning subscriber, I thank you so much for the love and support you've been giving me since day one. I can't thank you well enough. It is massive, and I thank you so much. Now, give me a like, give the video a like if you do like the video, and then share for others to have a feel of what we are doing here. It is very important so that we can keep pushing the channel organically. We don't want buy, we want push it organically. We want the message out there organically and not by buying. Okay, until we meet again, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and be good. See you on the next one.